own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude,
I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely, you got to do it, man. But I want.
What's your name, man? Because I'm walking the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But வீட்டுக்கு போய் காப்பை கொடுத்துக்கலாம்.
Yes, bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the phone.
I will get my phone because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes, get my phone now, please.
You see this man right here? I'm gonna keep him for distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't got it. Listen,
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you live right here, and I live in this neighborhood. You have a blessed day, sir.
No, you
have a blessed day, sir.
I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day, sir.
Here, boy.
You have a blessed day, sir.
You wait here.
You have a blessed day.
You wait here. I'm calling the cops. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Bro, don't touch. Yo, who the f*** you talking to like that? Don't voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown man. What is you doing?
This is a protected neighborhood, and you're not supposed to be in here.
Yo, what's your name, yo? He's steady walking up on me, yo.
Get my phone. I'm calling the cop.
I'm calling the cops right now.
Please do. Now.
Don't walk up on me no more, bro.
Don't. Please do.
Yo. Don't walk up on me no more.
Yeah.
Your ass going to jail, boss.
Why? I want to see who goes to jail tonight.
Bro, don't keep.
Yo, and it's crazy that I have to say it like this, but for the Indians here in America, I want you guys to know that you are not white. Not at any point in time in history have you ever been white. And just because you do practice colorism and you also have an issue with using bleaching creams yourself as well as many other nations out here, that is not going to make you inherently white or honorary white. We can clearly tell that you are from India. We can clearly tell that. But I need all of you guys to step directly to the front because I think it is that you guys forgot where it is that you came from because of
Shalom. Giving all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders everywhere. Peace and many salutations to Yark and His Torah and His truth. Now you can see an Elamite or so-called Indian walking up on Jake in his own neighborhood, asking him where he lives, because I guess he's in disbelief that Jake could live in a nice neighborhood like that. And this is the mindset of these heathens, man. These heathens, they believe in the ways of Esau Edom. Although Esau Edom was the very people who destroyed their native lands. The British destroyed India and placed those people into subjugation. That's why Gandhi was, starving himself and protesting peacefully, But just like Gandhi, these that guy that you see harassing Jake are racist. They look down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, true nations of Israel, in particular the head tribe. Okay, because they believe in the way of Esau. All right. They believe what Esau deemed as right. And the consensus around those nations because of Esau Edom is that the so-called Negro is the problem. And what do we have, what do we have control over? We don't have control over resources. We don't have control over, so-called politics. We don't have control over warfare. You know, we didn't colonialize anybody's country. We didn't put the people into subjugation, right? The indigenous people of different lands in subjugations, as Esau Edom did. But yet, these people, they believe in Esau Edom. And that shows you that they worship the image of the beast. Okay? Right? They worship the image of the beast, man. They worship Esau Edom's way. That's the image of the beast, basically, is Western culture. Right? And a part of Western culture is ensuring that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, in particular, the so-called Negro, is demonized and kept in a dilapidated state. Okay? So this thing of ours is bigger than just racism. Oh, we just fight. We just mad right now. We're fighting against principalities here, man. Okay? Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the tricks of the devil. Right? Because Esau Edom will have you caping for him and looking down on your own people. This is what the Hodge twins does. You know, this is what this guy Myron Gain does. Although he's a heathen, that's what he does. Okay, the cape for Esau Edom. All right, and the reason why is because he believes in their ways, man. Okay, so you have to be strong in the Heavenly Father. Now, this truth of ours is liberating mentally speaking. Okay, right? Because in this world basically makes you a apologist for white supremacy. Okay, you know, makes you mentally subservient to these people, man. You know, the Most High gave us this truth to break down that stronghold. Okay, verse 10. Back to verse 10. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye might be able to stand against the wiles of the devils. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the world, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's right. So Esau Edom, you know, has done all these atrocities throughout these countries, you know, and yet we still are demonized, man. You know, which shows you that we are under the curses. You know, and this guy Esau Edom, you know, his ways, his philosophies, his tongue, you know, um, is has covered the whole earth. Okay, but this truth, you know, is what's dismantling these various lies of white supremacy, or really Edomite supremacy. Okay, these other nations believe in this, believe in the ways of Esau Edom, and they are in confederacy to keep us in a dilapidated state, to demonize us, you know, to exclude us, you know, from businesses. Because Indians, you know, because these various people that come over here and they look down upon us, their various countries are shit. India is shit. India is terrible, man. You know, it's terrible, right? Open defecation is they're the number one country in open defecation, right? Poverty rate is extremely high. Okay, pollution, you know, all types of madness. Yet they come over here, you know, and get a job working for Esau, and they look down at you. Okay, what does that show you? That shows you that, guess what? They believe in the ways of Esau Edom, man. This is Revelation 13, and really this whole chapter is good. But I really want to just get to the image of the beast. Let's see here. I started at 11. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast come out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And those two horns represent the Democratic and Republican Party. Okay. And him speaking at the dragon, that dragon is the Roman Empire, right? America is nothing but the Roman Empire revised, right? So he speaks as a lamb with these various political parties, but he has a hidden agenda, and that hidden agenda is really to uplift Edomite supremacy, in particular for the elite, okay? And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right? And he does great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man, which, going into his military might. Right? These other nations, they believe in Esau Edom because of his might. People who are carnal, they only believe in two things: money and death. Okay, right? Only a man of Yahweh Bashim Hashar understands that, really you should fear Yahweh Bashim Hashar. But Esau Edom, he rules his world with death and money, and this is what people respect. Okay, and in turn, this is what the people of the world, this is what they respect. Okay, well, soon when Yahweh returns, man, Yahweh returns, they're gonna know who the Lord is dealing with, man. Right, the people that they have looked down on for years, when they're upgraded, the elect of those people upgraded. Right, they gonna know that they were wrong. Okay, but for now, the world is worshiping the image of the beast. Right. Back to verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And what is that image of the beast again? That's just Western culture, right? And this is what we see. These dot heads, they worship the way of Babylon the Great. All right, and in turn, them worshiping the image of the beast. Right. A prerequisite of that is what? Ensuring that you so-called Negroes are in straits, man. Okay. Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel might be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, tabernacle of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarians, Edom, Esau, Edom, so-called white race, Ishmaelites or Arabs, Moab, the so-called Chinese, the Hungarians, I believe those are so-called Africans, Gabal and Ammon. All right, Ammon is the so-called Japanese and Amalekite, or the small hatters, the Philistines, uh, or so-called Africans, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Okay, Ashur also is joined with them. They have Hopping, the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as the Sisera and the Jabin and the brook of Kisan, which perished at Edar. They became a dung for the earth. So all these people have joined together to take us down, right? There's actually a term called middleman minority. I like to bring out often because it illustrates uh, was Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay, it illustrates, you know, exactly what you see. Middleman minority is a term for a racial or ethnic group that occupies an intermediary position in a society's economic or social structure, often between the dominant group and other minority groups. So you have these the Indians coming over here, right? And they're winning, right? They come over here and they get certain loans and things of that nature, to buy stores, 7-Elevens, gas stations, and they serve Jake in their own community, right? Well, you have to ask yourself, how are they getting this capital when they're so-called immigrants, right? Well, Esau Edom give them are giving them these capitals, or, give them capital, I should say, to start the business. Versus Jake doesn't qualify because of so-called uh, low credit scores and lack of funds. Right? There's actually a term called brain drain, where the most educated and you know certified minorities of a third world country leave that country and come into the U.S. and the America is able to get labor for cheap, even with doctors. Right? I was talking to this one guy who actually owned a marketing company, a substantially big marketing company. We used to do business with him. He said, yeah, you'll see a lot of Indians that are doctors because they're getting paid cheap. They're coming over here and they're getting paid $55,000 a year, and the Indians like, oh my God, this is so much money, not knowing that sure a doctor's supposed to make twice that, but they're getting them for cheap. Okay, and they come over here and they get their capital, they get their money, and I look down at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so the Most High is going to destroy them like done, right along with Esau Edom. Okay, right along with Esau Edom, bro. All right, we'll get one more. Get one more for you guys. Yeah, my 9 and right. Jeremiah 9:25. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will punish them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, right along with you heathens, man. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab, all that are in the outmost corners corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, in the house of Israel are uncircumcised in their heart. So our people who want to cape for Esau, Edom, and these heathens and that mindset, you're going to be destroyed right along with them, man. You coons, guys like Haas twins, right? He going to be destroyed right along with that heathen more. Okay? All right? So we just got to be patient, brothers. Our time is going to come soon. Yahweh Shai, when Yahweh Shai comes back, that's when we'll reign. You know, that's when we'll start living, brothers. Shalom.